Welcome back, humans, to another episode of Meant to Vent. It's Wednesday, and I'm Jaime, and I'm back with another middle-of-the-week vent session. And I got a special guest with me today who might be a regular appearance on the show, and he goes by the name of Angelo. What's up, homie?
What up, Jaime? Long time no see. Much
What's
love,
up, man?
baby.
It's a long time. One old friend of mine. I'm glad he can join us today for this vent session and be joining us possibly for more future episodes.
Yeah, we're about to get into some things.
Heck yeah, man. So let's get off into it right off the bat. I guess we could, since, the holidays coming up, we can get into, like, some Halloween shit. Do you got anything going on for this Halloween, being that it's on a weekend?
No, not really. I had a trip planned to go somewhere yesterday, but they're saying Louisiana's getting hit with like a hurricane, Category 4 hurricane. I was supposed to be down there for Halloween for New Orleans, but yeah, I'm not riding into a hurricane.
Yeah, we don't want no hurricanes.
And I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like I love the costumes, the looks, and everything, but me personally, I don't dress up. I haven't dressed up for Halloween since I was like 11 years old. Like I love the way it looks though, but let's talk about the whole makeup art of it.
Okay.
I mean, how do you feel? You know,
I like doing the makeup scenes and shit like that. But being that it's Halloween, are you into like scary movies?
I love scary movies. A good horror flick.
Because I had the wife on here. I had my buddy Will, and we gave our top 5 horror films that really freaked you the fuck out. Like those were the ones that got you good as hell. Which were yours?
See, I'm gonna put this out there for my age, just so you know. I'm 47 years old.
So
to me, I remember being a kid, and Night of the Living Dead first came out. And
oh yeah.
It was scary, but I think at that age of where I like fell in love with zombies, like it's
right?
crazy. I was like, this is the shit.
Yeah, that was no joke, man. And they were some fast zombies in that film too. They were some, the first one in the first beginning of the movie, that one naked zombie. My man was fast as hell.
Right, he was.
That was a fast naked running zombie.
Right, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait for your homies. They walking.
Yeah.
Like, go back.
Look, they're taking their time. He was like, no, it's time to go. I'm hungry.
He's like, I'm like, can we start over? Like, give me a head start.
Yeah, he got past all the point of no return, all the sweet talk. So that was one.
That's one.
I'm
not gonna lie. Yeah.
Give you the Jeopardy music.
Like, no. I remember seeing the first Nightmare on Elm Street when I was like,
oh hell yeah,
12, 13, I think it was. That scared the shit out of me.
That was a good one.
I was no bullshit aside. Like, my mom worked midnights, so she'd be at work at like 10 o'clock, and I'd be in the house like with all the fucking lights on.
Hell
you know
yeah.
What I'm saying?
That was a scary one.
Till the alarm went off to go to school in the morning, I woke up, all lights were still on in the house.
That's for sure.
Like, especially your furnace is like not too far from your bedroom, and you hear the furnace kick on in the middle of the night.
For real.
Like, what the fuck was that?
You turn into a track star all of a sudden, like, because you just got that. You just think something's behind you. You got to run to every room once you get started. You turn the corner, everybody's like, "What's going on?" Yeah. You're like, "Nothing." What do you mean, nothing?
He's like, don't worry about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just do what I do.
Right. I just went and shut the lights off, and the lights will be on. Like you didn't shut shit off.
My bill is fucking $200 a month. Turn the lights off. No. That was two. I think. Like the no bullshit. Poltergeist.
Yeah, the original.
Fucked me up. Yeah.
That was messed up.
When my man got snatched under the bed by the clown doll.
Yeah.
I was like, it was a wrap. Could nothing be under my bed after that. I was like, no shit, go under the bed.
Oh, that was messed up, dude. The clown. Oh, that was like the ultimate because everybody had them movie scenes where they look under the bed. This time there was something fucking there.
Right.
And it was waiting there. There's never something there, and this time it was something there.
Right. And not only was there something there, the motherfucker wrapped him up and pulled him under the bed like, you coming down here too.
Yep. I need some friends. He fucking brought him in the house.
He's like, oh, you want to look down here? Bring your ass down here then. He's like, just come on.
He was like, count this lightning. He fucking scared the shit out of his little ass.
Hell yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Poltergeist was no fucking joke.
And the other Poltergeist, I think it was like 2 or 3 when the dude looked like the old man was like death. He's like,
yeah, he looks like Biden without the hair product. He's like, God is in this holy temple.
Yeah.
Fucking telling that
black hat,
shit.
and he's like,
Caroline.
He's like, what's the matter, little girl?
He's
like,
all hitting on Caroline in the front of the house.
Right.
That was crazy.
I'm like,
that was Biden pre-Biden. He was just smelling kids already.
I was like,
fucking smell Caroline.
So I'm like, wait a minute. So the Grim Reaper's a pedophile? I'm like, look, not a pedophile, a predophile.
A pedophile. That's
like,
a combination of the two, and it was supernatural.
He's like, no, there's not. He's like, Jedi mind trick on his parents. They're like, what's going on? He's like, there's nothing going on here. They're like, you know what?
Yeah, the Jedi mind trick.
Let's go in the house. You okay out here, Caroline?
He told her God was in the holy temple.
Right. He's like,
It was like Biden without the hairspray. That's what I'm saying. That was a good one, though, Poltergeist.
Bro, okay, so that's my third. And let's see, 2 more movies. Let's see. I know the first Conjuring movie straight fucked me up.
That was so good.
When the ghost chick jumped off the top of the dresser.
Yeah.
Dude, I was on the edge of my seat like a little bitch. Like, hell.
Every bit of that movie, man. Every piece of that movie was like all them scary stories I heard as a kid, like put into one film. Like all them that shit that happened. You hear somebody tell you a ghost story, like something pulled my fucking hair and something pulled this over here, and the shit happens in like all that stuff you heard of. You're just like, man, fuck that.
Right, bro. And I'm gonna say this, like I love my white friends or whatever, but I'm just saying that black people do not get down like that. I'm like, if my kid. So woke up in the middle of the night talking about some cold bruises and you got bruises such and such, like, and I've seen it like it's happened to me as the parent and I've seen it. We getting the fuck gone.
You'd have to live in the country too, because child services would have got called to you by a neighbor.
Right. I'm just like, yeah. I seen the kid getting snatched around the house and shit. But on some real shit. Soon as it was known to me, like, okay, this is not no bullshit, this for real, I would have told the kids, grab everything you can carry that you want to bring with you. We getting the fuck out of here.
We're out of here.
Like, we'll send some movers back or whatever. Throw for sale sign this bitch. We'll have to stay at the something motel or whatever, but
for
we
real.
get the fuck out of here.
Just like in Amityville, I think they told him, get out. And then I would have listened. I would have listened. I would be like, okay.
Right. It's just like, it's only once, and I'm like,
this might be good advice.
A Michael Myers, a Jason, all that type of shit. Those are like physical shit. But when you're fucking with the supernatural, something beyond that, I'm not fucking with you because you're obviously stronger than me. Like, you can do that from a ghost realm.
Yeah.
Just snatch my kid up. Like,
there's no boundaries.
Right. Like, you can have this house.
That's interdimensional type shit.
Right. Like, ain't no power over that. Talking about you calling in the priest. And I believe that exorcism can be done, but I'm not taking all that time to be like, I want my house so bad. I'm gonna get an exorcism. Like, man, we be the fuck going right now for call a realtor, put this bitch on the market.
She's like,
whatever.
Can you see this backyard, this lovely backyard? We're getting an exorcism.
Right.
She's like, honey, these curtains are the shit. Like, you can't take the curtains somewhere else.
They're like, we've got 5 kids, okay? If one of them's gone, we're good. We're still on the even keel. Like, no.
We won't need the addition. And it would be great. Just get the preacher to see what he says. Let's see what he says.
And it was the youngest kid, so we could take the swing set out of the backyard. We have more room for a garden. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all trying to rationalize dealing with a fucking ghost in your home.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck on.
Just because of the space, that square footage. You can't pass up on that square footage. Like, the basement is finished.
Got a basement and and they just poured a fresh patio on the back.
There's a bar in the basement.
And you know I'm an alcoholic.
There is a second floor fireplace. You call that church up.
Second floor fireplace. You're like, man.
You better call that church.
Like, you know what? Either we leaving or I'm leaving. Something is going on here.
Yeah, you'd have to have one of them fucking remodeling people show up, try to talk you getting out of the haunted house.
Like, baby, I love you, but right now it's this crucial right now. We're talking separation or divorce. Like we're at that point right now. Like, I'm done arguing. This is what it is. I'm leaving.
She's like, I already picked out the cabinets. We're staying. Call Jesus. We need him right now.
He's like, you better get right with Jesus, because you're about to meet him if you keep acting like this.
All right, so we got 4 down, right?
1.
We need 1 more.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. Phantasm fucked me up as a kid.
That's the movie I said the wrong name when I was thinking of Phantasm. Was that the one with the ball that drilled the head?
Yes.
See, and I was thinking it was something else. I was calling it a different movie. Scanners or something.
Oh, no, it was Phantasm. My man had the little silver ball.
Yeah. That was crazy movie, and those things would just like drill you in the head. That was on TV the other day on like AMC.
I'm telling you, something about that movie as a kid just I was like, what in the entire fuck? Like I was seriously fucked up in the head for a few days behind that. Like, not scared, but just like, you know, you're 7 or 8 years old. And you're
for
like,
real.
What the fuck did I just watch? Like,
what was that all about?
That? Mad at my mom because she let me watch it and shit. Like what kind of parent are you doing?
You just keep walking by and see this look on my face, and you just let it keep going. You're just froze.
He's like, he's not doing anything bad. He's watching TV. I'll let him watch it. Kid traumatized for the next fucking like,
he ain't outside causing trouble. It's okay. He's home. He might be scared as hell, but my baby's home right now.
Your kid's watching some garbage about to end up on some Norman Bates shit. Like, Mom, it's okay. Like, no, nigga, it's not. Like,
it's really not.
He's like, you know what? That just doesn't go well with me. It's like, just not that. It's not personal. It's not you. It's me. But it's really you. But we're just gonna say it's me.
Right.
He's like, at this point, don't call me. I'll call you. We'll just keep it at that note.
All right. So that was a decent top 5.
Yeah.
But keeping it on the Halloween side, and back to the makeup thing.
Oh.
There's some people might be walking around that think it's Halloween all year round. Ladies, I'm sorry, ladies. I'm talking about some of y'all.
Like, I ain't saying all y'all, but I'm going to say a moderate above half. We'll say 54, 55%, just to keep it real. Some of y'all be out here, like, just...
They're over 500, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
In sports world, that's over 500.
Y'all over 400. Some of y'all out here be dressed, y'all be made up like characters off Street Fighter.
For real.
Like Zangief and...
Or if they're wearing glasses, they take the glasses off, there's a dent on your cheek. It ain't an eye bag. There's a dent on your fucking cheek.
Right? You have your glasses just pressed all in your face.
For
like,
real.
What the fuck's happening? He's like, I got to make sure I can see. Like, no, they don't need to press up against your eyelashes.
And I do got another tip for y'all ladies. Y'all all ain't eyebrow specialists. I don't know what the hell you were trying to do up there. And I don't even want to say something, but I thought I was looking at an ICP video one time. That McDonald's lady had the fucking ICP eyebrows. They had the fucking little notch on the top.
She was like, oh, this McDeezy's what we doing.
She was all representing for the Juggalos.
Look, she had the M for like McDonald's.
For real.
Forced down, like, no, that's not what it is. It's not game. Like,
it was like she drew a snail with no shell. Like if I vision what a snail looks like, that's what it looked like.
Dude, I be like scrolling through my Facebook and I look down and it'd be like 4 or 5 different pictures in a row of chicks, and each one of them, every one of them looks like their eyebrows is a gruesome way. Like, this is a curlicue handlebar thing on this way. This is going under. These got this one's going to an arch. This one's like, these are like just straight out. Like, dude.
For real.
It looks like it's like anime writing.
Some
like
anime writing.
Like,
or like Sharpie caps. Like the Sharpie marker caps. That's what looks like you're shitting up here. Because if it was like real hair, that shit would be like a real fucking caterpillar. That'd be like a real caterpillar up there, getting ready to turn to a butterfly.
Right, like, you can be a viceroy or a monarch. Like, they're basically the same, but like one's poisonous. But it's the same thing. Just throw the butterfly wings on it and call it a fucking day. Yeah. Like, no, that's not cool.
Not only do you have 2 big giant commas that are not the natural size of normal eyebrows on your head, you also seem to have 2 tones that don't match your jaw to your neck. Like, your neck will be a different shade.
Ladies,
like, what's up with that?
If y'all doing rouge or, like, foundation or something, at least get something that comes close to the tone of your skin.
If I don't know what's going on, I'll ask for help.
You can't be milky white from the back of your chin down to your fucking shoulders, and your face looks like you just got a tan fresh out of Puerto Rico.
For real. You can't be, like, albino and then go to, like, a latte. You know what I'm saying? It's very noticeable. Shit is noticeable as hell. Like your face only hung out the window in the summer?
Like, bitch, you look like skim milk yesterday. Now you look like a mocha latte. Like, no, that ain't even right. I don't think Dunkin' Donuts sells skim milk no more.
I don't think it does.
So you went from a plain cake donut and skim milk to a maple bar and a mocha latte.
For real. And a kind bar afterwards. Because your face is all tore up from all that shit. That's all I know.
He said a kind bar.
Yeah, that kind bar, that bumpy ass granola bar they be selling. Yeah, and it comes out the same way.
They're kind, but they ain't really that friendly.
Yeah, they ain't that kind on the way out.
Like, right, and they really ain't that friendly. Like, I was kind of upset, disrespected. Looked at that one, like, I bit into it. I fell into the drama I seen on TV. Like, damn, that was good and healthy. Like, all right, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Man, I bit into that shit. The fucking almond was so goddamn hard, dude. I was upset. Like, the fuck is this? The chocolate tasted like that baker's chocolate. Like, it wasn't even sugared. I was just like, oh, y'all fucking up.
Yeah, this was like some kind of absurdities.
That was the one time I bought candy and thought I should have got a receipt with it. Like, damn, I should take this shit back.
For real. That's what I thought one time I bought. It was like Razzles or some shit. I forget what it's called. It was like looked like a shape of a fruit. And it was supposedly turned into gum, like when you start
Razzles.
And then you had to literally eat the whole pack of Razzles to make one piece of regular gum.
Right.
They're like 50 pieces to make one even stick worth.
Doug, I be still falling for the okie doke with the fruit stripes gum.
The 10-second flavor gum?
Fuck around and get a whole pack and smash that bitch in like 5 minutes. Like, damn,
for
those
real.
are 17 pieces. Like,
for real, you enjoy the flavor for like 12 seconds.
Right. It's for real, but that first piece you put in your mouth, the flavor be like, damn, this the shit.
That's the real crack. That's that real crack gum. You got to keep going for that first time. Like, oh shit, that was the shit.
Like,
you look for that one.
You gonna get it, and you don't even get 3 straight chews, then one on the left, one on the right. By the time you get back to your left, it's a wrap. Like, man,
I get all the greens. I got to get all the greens and yellows. Let me get the greens and yellows.
Oh my God, dude. Hey, but for real though, ladies, on a serious note, y'all need to either take some makeup lessons, watch a tutorial.
Ask
Not all
somebody.
of y'all, yeah. Ask
YouTube.
somebody.
YouTube helps everybody.
Like you ask God every day about that whack ass dude you dating. Ask him about your makeup situation.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right.
Start talking to the Lord and not the Lord. I hear people always put, oh, Lord.
Yeah, with the T. That's that dude from the hood. The Lord T. Like my boy Lord T.
Yeah.
That's my dog. Like, no, you praying to the wrong dude.
You know the Lord.
My Lord got a D on the end of his
For
name.
real.
A hard D, like Lord.
Lord.
See, but on some real stuff though, I was talking about people like a couple people was like, what if you get to the gates of heaven and Jesus say you can't come in or something like that? I'm like this. I love Jesus, no disrespect, but if Jesus tells me I can't come in, I'm not going to speak to his dad. Like, I need to speak to God. Like, can you go get your father? Like, can you go get your dad, please?
Yeah.
Like,
I need to speak to a manager.
Look, I understand you're grown and all, but I need to talk to your father. He's our father. Like, I need to talk to our father.
Yeah.
Like, can you go get dad?
Like, our Father, which we are in heaven right now, I need to speak to him.
I'm like, can you go get our dad? Like, our dad.
I need your boss right now.
Right, like, you know what, Jesus? I love you. Great stories. I believe in you, everything about you. But this is one of those parent-to-parent things right now. I need to talk to your dad.
Hey, I wonder if he holds grudges like on past relatives through the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Like just fucking their whole family bloodline up from just all the way back to some apostles' days. The ones that fucked him over. Like, and you know how they say he's so forgiven?
Right, and he's like, and I told, like, he's like, Peter, I told your punk ass you was gonna deny me 3 times before the cock crowed.
Yeah, and you wonder why that like whole family can never just get the right job.
Right, like he already snitching. It ain't even the 3rd crow yet. No, see, hey, Jesus sitting there, and no disrespect, like I'm a faithful Christian, so don't ever take this as being blasphemous.
And I'm a
or
Catholic
like that. Me too, raised Catholic all my life. But I'm just saying, like, God, Jesus had to be like Superman incarnate just for you to love somebody that's just like beating the brakes off you, tearing flesh out of you. It's like, Lord, forgive them. I'm like, Daddy, smite these motherfuckers right now, please. Like, please, Dad, get them up off my back.
Right. Like, somebody help me.
Right. Look at these dudes like, I'll help you carry the cross. Like, you should have took some of those lashes for me. Like, that would have been the real lookout.
Y'all didn't think about helping me get off the ropes and untie the shit?
Right, dude. Hey, Jesus is like the man, like, above anything besides God, because, like, dude.
I like to have fun with all that stuff, but yeah,
I do
have it.
I firm believer, like, I say my prayers every single day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't thank God for the life I have and the breath in my body, like, for real. And anybody that doesn't believe in God, like, I'm not going to have a sit here and have a debate about not believing, but
I don't need a Hammer song to tell me to pray.
Right.
I pray.
Right. I've seen things in my life or experienced things that is nothing short than the hand of God.
For real.
Like, there's no other explanation on earth other than the grace of God. But we're going to get off that subject before people are like, oh, they didn't turn it into a religion fest.
Oh, damn. The donation thing's coming out next. The donation button's coming next.
He's like, you can just send your credit card information to www.getpaid. No.
We're going to do a healing next Wednesday. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like, you know what? If you believe it, put some money in my plate and I will walk on water.
Somebody's going to pour it for me and I'm going to walk on it. But that's all. Like, I'm not going to levitate on it.
Like, it's on the floor. I walked on water.
And these shoes are new, so it'll be underneath my soles because I ain't going to get them wet. They ain't waterproof.
I'm tiptoeing. Like, I can't flat-foot it. I'm tiptoeing.
All right, humans. Now that I have my new guest here, Angelo, and he's going to be a regular around the show and stuff like that, I got to hit him with some of the stuff me and Will be touching on when we had conspiracies. We always talk conspiracies. Sometimes we'll pile some up and we'll throw them in randomly once every 10, 12 episodes. We'll start to throw in some conspiracy in there because they're a lot of fun. They're just entertaining.
Yeah.
It's better than what's on cable sometimes because there's some outlandish, crazy shit going on. So we had some fun with them.
On TV too.
Yeah, we did them. We called it Conspirasode and the Conspirasequel and some shit like that. I had somebody call in by the name of Conspiracy Candy. I found this number to call for conspiracies. It was an actual hotline, like a suicide hotline. You
found it where?
On fucking the dark web.
Wall.
It was like on the dark web.
Oh, okay.
On the bowels of the internet, I was searching. It was a phone number. It was active, and we called it on here. You got to check it out. It's pretty wild. It's called Conspiracy Candy. And if y'all didn't check it, you don't check it out.
I will definitely check that out.
So anyways, I'll hit you with some of your thoughts on conspiracies. Here's one of the usuals. Are you a believer of aliens and like other lives of the other planets?
I'm a firm believer in that. There's no way in God's heaven that there's this many planets. The universe is so big, and us as humans are just so conceited and thinking that we're the only intelligent life in the universe, like you
Yeah.
gotta be fucking kidding. Like that's like second grade type mentality. Like if you think there's a whole universe out here,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely I'm a firm believer in aliens.
So I was always thinking like, yeah, they're coming from other planets until, all this new technology has been coming out. There's all this new stuff called like quantum computing. I don't know if you know anything about that. Like there's so many things and breakthroughs in technology was making me think that some of them might not be from other planets. They might be from like other dimensions themselves.
Right? Yeah.
Because like this computer, and they even found these weird, anomalies in our atmosphere and in space itself, where they think like these dimensional things actually exist, and there's multiple dimensions.
I mean, I I have no confirmation or proof of it, obviously, but I think I honestly believe like other dimensions, yeah, probably do exist. Like there might be another realm or dimension where there's another you, another
Yeah.
me, and like you know what I'm saying, like that movie with Jet Li when he was like the one.
The one was
With
the
Jet
bomb,
Li. Yes,
for
it was,
sure.
'cause, like
The
that-
multiverse.
Yes, the multiverse. I could totally believe in something like that.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people are talking. Like this quantum computing kind of does these calculations on a scale where it goes beyond our normal things that we
Range of
perceive to
physics.
make its calculations. So it's almost calculating through other dimensions.
Interdimensional math.
Yeah.
I'm like, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
and I totally believe in it. Like I said, I haven't really studied it or really too much
Right.
kept up on it, but that whole concept, like, yes, I can 100% believe that. Like I said again, humans are just conceited and thinking that we're the only intelligent life in the universe, and that's so. What? Hold on.
I'd be depressed if that's it.
Dude, like, yeah, like you get to the end, like
If we can't even figure out the freeway yet, and we've been driving for a long time, and this is
Right.
all we got, damn.
Dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Just think, there's something out there that can breathe without oxygen. Like, we require oxygen. We cannot go beyond the, you know what I'm saying, level of the heavens, go into space and be like, I'm breathing. Like, dude, we have to have fake, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
artificial breathing technology.
We got to
do that.
terraform shit like in that movie
Right.
Total Recall. Now they're
Right.
really doing that here.
Right.
You
Like,
see them spraying that shit up here.
right, hey. Well, we bullshit, no, but I could totally believe in something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, while we're, you know what, not to like riff off or anything of conspiracy theory, but we're speaking about space here.
Yeah.
And I believe in space travel.
Uh-huh.
I believe that we as humans have probably been to space, like right above the heavens, you know what I'm saying? Like out of the atmosphere, probably. Right. But there's some things about space travel that are extremely questionable to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, just imagine a rocket or a shuttle traveling at over 2,000 miles an hour or something, just something crazy.
Right. Just get on your mic a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
So you know what I'm
There it
saying?
is.
Something. You know what I'm saying? Something's you're on a vehicle traveling like over 2,000 miles an hour through space. Who is like controlling this? Like you can't just be like, we're gonna go straight from Earth to the moon,
Right.
and there's not gonna be an asteroid, another planet, no stars or
Right.
rocks or something in the middle. So it's not like we're just gonna shoot there straight there, because you would guaranteed at some point hit something
For real.
at going that fast, and it would kill everything on board.
Right.
But just saying, you're traveling that fast through space. Who the hell is driving this thing? Like, who has that kind of accuracy to be traveling over 2,000 miles an hour through space and navigate? Like, oh, this asteroid is coming towards us, such. We move 2,000 miles an hour. Let me whip this to the side, like, whoop.
Right,
and look and get back on track to go to the moon.
And we have like problems doing the astronaut training itself, taking all the G-force.
Right. But
Now, if they're going faster than that to the speed of light, where they can make this space travel like possible, they have some kind of technology where they're not feeling that. I think it's called inertia when you're feeling that.
yeah, but I'm
that
saying,
feeling.
but what are you not gonna hit?
Right.
You're traveling that fast, you're bound to hit something in space. Like, whether it's asteroids or lunar rocks, whatever, old moons or old planets just floating around, but there's shit floating around out in the atmosphere that...
And that's where it brings Einstein's relativity theory in, because he believes you can have a space of A and B, and when you figure out the speed of light, you can literally bend that space to make it a shorter distance. So you're actually just jumping this little space instead of... It's some weird shit. I don't really know. I'm just kind of repeating
like,
it.
What do you call it? what's the superpower? It's like where you can clip and be here.
Teleport.
Like, yeah,
Teleport on a
teleportation.
bitch.
It's almost like that. You know what I'm saying? The bent time, like, oh, A and B, we're gonna fold it in, bring this light speed together, and we're gonna have a travel distance and
Right.
this or that. Yeah, that's man. I'm sorry. Go ahead, dude. I'm just
No,
like,
I'm saying Snoop asked the dude one time. He had a rapper on his. He used to have that GGN network, his own podcast. It was fucking hilarious, and he had these rappers on there. They got two smokesome youngsters, and he asked them, "What would be your superhero power?" And this one dude was like, "I'll teleport on the bitch." As soon as you get to know him, he was like, "I'm out." Just get on him.
I like not even on that. That would be I think that's like one of the ultimate superpowers.
For real, you can never be late from work. You can show up like a minute right before, like poosh, just showed up right. Fuck
like
traffic.
Nightcrawler on the X-Men, like as long as he can see it, like he can vision it, he can be there. I would be like, put me right here, like poof.
So speaking of those conspiracies and the alien type stuff like that, some people believe now that with all this new breakthroughs in technology that they could be people from they could be us from the future, and they could be what we're seeing right now because now they're time traveling. They, and I spoke on it many like episodes before where I feel like if we are doing time travel now, and we are talking about it, it's going to happen in our future. So then it's already existing. So the time travel is happening, like the Bill and Ted type thing.
Right.
Like my man was like,
we're just in the beginning stages of it back then.
He's like, I got to tell myself I need the keys, and his dad's keys are right there in front of him, like while he's just talked about it. That kind of thing.
Right.
And if we are going to eventually create time travel, then us speaking about it today, it's going to exist, and it does exist. So it's guiding us right now. Yep. So I kind of think that weird shit is happening as far as that.
Yeah, that's almost like interdimensional.
So how they're talking about
like when they're existing in like 3 different time periods.
Yeah.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
And that to me that's like interdimensional. Like I'm in this dimension right now, such as like we're on the same level of dimension, but this is like the first beginning. It's like all one dimension, but we're 3 stages of it.
Yeah, and it's like so like they talk about AI and all this stuff right now, and like say like we're talking about it now. And I think that artificial intelligence does get created, or the singularity or whatever they call it, and that's guiding us also. Like it's making sure that it does exist. Like it's making sure to give us all these tools to make sure that we do create it. Because we're talking about it right now. And I believe that it will happen when we do speak of it because our technology, our scientists are crazy. They're doing crazy experiments we're going to talk about.
Everything we're doing right now is going to be reverbed at some point.
Like we just cloned the Earth and y'all don't even know about it.
Right.
The whole planet got cloned.
Yeah, hey, that shit could seriously exist.
I'm just saying.
I couldn't even imagine running to myself from a different time period, like running to a 60-year-old me or like an 18-year-old me, and just knowing like there's no doubt somebody's like, I'm you, and you're like, impossible. You would know yourself. You see me like,
man.
Oh, look, you would nobody would have to tell you. I'm like, oh my fucking god, that's me. Like I would be like,
well, I guess they say like scientists. That's why I know they're doing this shit. They say there's rules like you can't see yourself because it'll fuck some shit up when you see yourself. Like it happens in all the movies.
The space-time continuum.
You break it. The try not to toluate, like in the fucking hot tub time machine. That shit'll fuck it all up. You know what I'm saying? Trial not titanium, whatever the fuck was in that power drink.
Right. What was the name of that shit? It was like some Russian fucking.
And my man would, what's his name? Jackson would repeat it like so easy, like try not titanium. Like he would just say it so fast. I couldn't even say that shit. Oh. You ever see that Ex Machina?
Tell me.
It was like a female AI robot this guy was making, and he brought this young student.
I know what it is. I haven't seen it. No.
So that was a real creepy AI film, but the ending really creeped me out because this machine got so smart. It manipulated these 2 individuals, and she got in the end. She I don't mean to be a spoiler. It's not a new movie anymore, so I'm bad with spoilers. You know by now. People that watch by now know I'm bad with that.
Like, damn, I ain't seen that. Like it came out in '93,
yeah,
bro.
I gave spoilers last week. There was spoilers on the last episode, so
you're bad.
Yeah. So she ends up manipulating these humans and goes out to the public at the end. So at the end, she's looks like a human, but she's like this fucking murderous, intelligent robot who looks like a beautiful young woman. And it was done so well. The movie was real creepy, so you got to check that one out, man.
Oh, definitely. Well, that's just that whole AI thing. Like, I believe that shit really exists probably somewhere in the public. Like, there's probably a couple AIs walking around right now in the world.
And we don't even know.
And we have no idea.
They let us see them one robots with the open skull, like Sophia or whatever. And I don't think that's real AI. But you never know. They say they used AI for Stephen Hawking. Yeah. And Stephen Hawking said, there was an article I read that he had to rewrite the program every 2 months because that artificial intelligence would start saying shit that he didn't want to say. So he was supposed to be speaking for him, and this thing would be like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna say this shit." So he'd have to rewrite his programs.
So it was learning.
Yeah, because they
It
say a
was
regular
learning.
computer doubles its power every year, like a regular computer. So
Right.
let alone like let it have artificial intelligence.
Right.
You remember
Yeah.
Lawnmower Man?
Oh my God.
I know you got to remember
yes,
that movie,
yes,
dude.
yes. And my man was like, he always seen through the like digital stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was he had this mentally impaired individual, and he was doing lawn and stuff. They would let him, work around the neighborhood, cut grass. And this guy was a scientist, and he was making this thing that would supposedly, like through virtual reality, would make you smarter intuitively.
Right.
So he used this subject who was mentally impaired, and it made this guy like basically what they're talking about now, like Elon Musk talks about this Neuralink shit where they hook your brain up to computers. It ended up happening to my man, the Lawnmower Man, like back in the 80s.
Right. Dude,
And that was some scary shit.
Hey, I think about some of the things you see in movies and like how they have the government doing a super like way like far future shit like.
Yeah.
And you wonder, like, okay, I understand people like George Lucas and shit like that. You have that kind of mind concept, but some of the shit that you see in movies now is so realistic. It just makes you think, like, the government has to have some shit like that or something close to that in real life. Like,
for sure.
Didn't nobody just come up with this concept, like, oh, we build all these such and such, like, something like that, or even maybe that actually exists in movies, like shit like Enemy of the State.
Enemy
like
of the State was crazy.
Like the Jason Bourne movies and shit, how they, like, dude, I guarantee you the government has shit like that.
I always
like,
tell everybody, Enemy of the State has a clip in that movie that predicts 9/11 before it happens.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I have that DVD in my giant collection over there. They're watching Larry King, his wife is, and the guy says, when buildings start blowing up, that's when people will start listening, right in the beginning of that film. And it was like 2
Right.
years before actual 9/11 happened. And it was a real clip of Larry King. It was just a real episode about these guys
Right.
talking about our national security.
Hey, that shit was like, I think that's one of the best, at least in my top. I'll say my top 3 of movies like government shit and doing stuff like that. Enemy of the State really had you thinking like,
You remember Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts? That was a hella movie right there.
Julia Roberts, is that? No, she didn't have the dog.
She was in Pretty Woman.
I know who she is.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of the movie.
Mel Gibson was like a cab driver, and everybody thought he was mentally impaired.
Oh, right.
And he was
that
all
the
this
one where they
conspiracy shit.
Yeah, when he broke his toes with the ball peen hammer, they had him tied up in a chair. At the end, they would break because he wouldn't tell where she was.
They were like
or something
torturing
like
him
that.
and shit.
Yeah.
This guy was like a professional. All the stuff he was talking about was really happening. Yeah.
I do remember that movie. Yes, I do. It was
That
really
one right
good.
there is
'Cause
crazy.
He bit my man's nose off.
Yes.
The guy he was fighting with,
Yeah.
he's like, you think I'm crazy? Whatever. I bit his nose, and then when she seen him, he had a bandage on his nose. She's like, "Damn, he was for real." Like,
Yeah, he
that
would
was a
have
good
locks on
movie.
his food in the house and
Yeah.
shit. Like he was deep into that. That was crazy.
Hey,
And in that
movie
film,
was
they said he
badass.
used he based himself off a real guy that was
somebody he knew.
real talking about real government secrets and stuff. And now they got whistleblowers everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we snitching on the president.
Right. Somebody's plotting something.
Like, they listened to too many rap songs. They're like, blow the whistle. Like,
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, that was a lyric. I didn't mean that shit for real.
So I'm gonna blow the whistle and segue into a new subject. But
All right, let's do it.
what is your opinion on? I have like a different opinions on certain types of the old hip hop from now and the old hip hop now, like back then. So like our classic era of hip hop, we had the 90s and 80s.
The Eric B. and Rakims and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, so some of these guys
Compared
now,
to
some
what
of the new guys are pretty good, but there's some weirdos. Like, when did the SpongeBob hairdo become so popular? Like, there's this new dude where every rap sounds like the beginning of a new sentence.
Yeah, and I'm so old school with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The DMCs, the BDPs, like I said, the Airbnbs, Rakim, the
EPMD.
Nas, oh, dude, Eric and Paris making dollars.
You know
of
it.
course, like, you know
The
what
gas
I'm saying?
face.
Just,
Third base.
third base.
In Too Deep.
MC Search.
What?
Prime Minister Pete Nice.
MC8. What?
What?
Too Short. What?
Oh my God! The list goes
MC
on.
Breed.
What? Ice Cube.
For
And
real,
the original
NWA.
NWA. Oh my God, dude! I got to tell you this. I remember when the NWA, Straight Outta Compton came out.
Yeah.
and I think it was the first rap album to have a parental advisory sticker.
Yep.
So I had to have my mom buy it. I'll never forget. We were at Fairlane Mall. We went to the movies, whatever, and like
Yeah.
the record store was like right across the hall, maybe 2 doors down. I went in there. I was like, oh, see, buy little cassette tapes or
Yeah.
whatever. And I'll never forget. I bought Ice-T's Rhyme Pays, and I had heard of NWA, so I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, let me grab this. Never in my life I went to go buy it, and they were like, you have to be. I'm like, what? When did this shit start happening?
Yeah.
Like these ain't cigarettes. Like, what the hell? It's a tape. And I had my mom come in and buy it for me. She didn't think shit of it because, like I said, up to that point, there had never been a parental advisory sticker on the
Right.
record. I remember it was a Saturday, though. We get home. It was, like, nice in the afternoon. My mom was showering, getting dressed to go out somewhere. I went home and threw this cassette straight in my fucking little
Hell
boombox
yeah.
on the radio. My mom's bedroom's right next to mine, so I'm like, I turn it up, not all the way, but, like, kind of loud, and you hear, you are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Hell
Straight
yeah.
outta Compton, crazy motherfucker, woo woo.
Bro,
bop.
yeah, man.
Dude, I don't think Ice Cube's verse was over yet. And my mom came in the door like, oh, hell no. Like, what is that? And she took the tape like, And I was, I think, 13 at the time.
Yeah.
And,
When I was a kid, we was in Taylor. When I
Right.
first moved here from Chicago, we was in Taylor. And it was all like rock and rollers and burnouts in my neighborhood. It was like,
I know where you grew up.
I'd go outside and people have like 10 cars up on jacks and be like, here I go again on my own.
Hey, I
Going
like
down
White
a
Snake.
lonely road I've never known. Like they be doing all that
Like
shit.
the drifter I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, hey.
So that'd be going on, and that would be what I hear. And then my dad,
and
you know,
it's crazy knowing where you grew up, like what
Yeah.
neighborhood, and we all know all those people from
Yeah.
that neighborhood. So I can imagine what it was like in your neighborhood
So
growing up.
it was like that in the Mexican music because I was Mexican out of, that shit would be mixture with the rock music. And then all of a sudden, the, late 80s come, and here comes NWA. I mean,
the gate.
Sugar Hill Gang was already there, but here comes NW motherfucking A. And then my neighborhood went from, here I go, and these people used to have these big giant boom boxes. Remember that shit?
I remember.
The big boom boxes with like the size
Radio
of fucking,
Raheem. Like Radio Raheem.
there was the size of like smart cars. These motherfucking
Right.
radios was big as hell.
Had to walk around with it like this.
Fuck
like you were
yeah.
Fucking walking.
You buy like 2
constantly
skateboards or some shit or some furniture dolly, and you be
have it
fucking
on the
pushing your radio.
A radio flyer wagon strapped down with bungees.
For
Pulling
real.
That bitch like this. I'm bringing the concert with me.
Yeah, and if you did have loot, you spend all your money on a radio. You had like logs underneath just to roll your radio down the neighborhood, keep moving the sticks in front. No, it's kidding.
Hey, fucking.
So that's when I turned from that music to dope man, what you say? All of a sudden it was like from
Man.
White Snake to fucking NWA.
Dude, like overnight, NWA blew the fuck up, bro. I was just
Yes, they did.
It was funny because like I was telling you, my mom took my tape. The very next day, I went and I got it on bootleg because bootleg cassettes had just jumped on
Yeah.
the scene. Then people were printing their own like the little pictures to go in the cassette.
Yeah,
They was
yeah.
all, like they look like fucking bad cable channel or some shit. Like, who's that? Like the MCA.
They put it to a Xerox, didn't have no color.
Right. I think that's the Minister Society soundtrack. I can't show it this.
Yeah, that looks like Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, but anyway, I went out and I got it on bootleg for like $6 or something. I was like, shit. I just put my earphones on at night. Like, she ain't gonna stop this shit.
Yeah,
Man.
that was hilarious, man. Bootleggers was everywhere.
everywhere.
Now you can get them online for free.
I'm tripping on people that still burning CDs, selling them like 3 for $10. I'm like, who the fuck is buying bootleg?
Who still
DVDs?
buys CDs, period?
Right. I'm like, dude, I feel bad, and I'm not trying to say I hate to say like I'm robbing artists or their royalties and everything like that, but I got YouTube and Spotify and shit. And I don't remember last time I physically went in the store and bought an album, CD, tape.
I walk by them and I still see them. I'm like, damn, there's like dust on the shelves. I'm like, those are still there.
I'm like, who the fuck is actually selling records? Like, I just sold 1 million. What? Like hits on? You mean on Apple Play or something? Like, ain't nobody buying?
Because now it's like streams and downloads.
Right. Ain't nobody out there buying no cassette tapes. I'm like, I actually drove by Family Video today at North Island Party, and it was like late fees waived. And I looked like, the fuck? Like, they still open?
Somebody's renting videos?
Like who? Who? He must be.
They
like,
said there's still one Blockbuster open.
they must be selling drugs. out
And
the
there's
back
that
of
Family
bitch.
Video, like I said.
Right on North Island
Yep.
Party, and I was like, I drove by there today, and it was like, wait, late fees. No, I was like, who? What?
Yep.
Like, y'all must just be selling, like, Twizzlers and popcorn.
Some people still
And-
like old school, man. Some people still like to go there. I miss the Blockbuster by me because
That's so.
I used to like to go there and hang out. They had so much cool shit going on in
But
the
it
store.
almost makes you lazy nowadays because we've gotten so lazy to the point, like, I could imagine, like, oh, I want to watch a movie. I got to get up, get in my car, drive here to walk in, such and such, probably wait in a line to pay for it, and then wait till I get home to take my shoes and all this stuff off and watch it. Like, oh, hell no, straight.
Well, the Blockbuster by us, like that we used to have by us, had like video game systems out. You could try games,
Right.
watching trailers. They had artwork in there.
I gotta say this because we're like sitting here, and
Yeah.
I know it's in our age group, it's nothing for men to play video games. Like,
Yeah.
I have not owned a video game system since 1982. It was an Atari 2600.
Nice.
I've never owned a PlayStation, 64.
Which means you just play at somebody else's house.
No, I'm not.
No,
No,
I'm
I'm
just
just. But I won't lie. There's certain games that I like. Like, I've never played a Live. I've never played a Madden. Never in my life. But I like fighting games and racing games. Like, I
Yeah.
would play Tekken, Virtua Fighter.
Right.
Like, but I like hand-to-hand fighting. I don't like all that magic shit. I've never been into Mortal Kombat because it's like, oh, let me say, oh, get over here and spin. I'm
Right.
like, dude, I want to straight up hand-to-hand. I want to fight Paul Phoenix against Brian Fury, hand-to-hand. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like I like the UFC game, and then they got a boxing one, which they don't have a new one out right now, but it's called Fight Night Champions, where you could be all the classics, all the classic
Oh
fighters.
my God, yes.
Ali,
They had,
Tyson, all them
before
people.
that, what was it? Fight Night? Was it back in the dude?
Tyson's Punch Out,
No,
but they weren't
it
like
was
famous
Fight Night.
fighters.
It was Fight Night or
But
something.
Fight
You
Night
could be-
Champions had every famous fighter in it.
Yeah, it was Fight Night, but it wasn't Champions. This was like back in the day.
All right.
Like, I will play that, dude. And you can be like Jake LaMotta. You
Yeah.
could be not Sugar Ray Leonard, but Joe Louis. You could be, and I think everybody was on there except Mike Tyson at
Yeah.
the time. Like, everybody was. And dude, I would that all day. I will play that. And you know what? I don't like NASCAR. I've never watched. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But-
hard for me to watch too. It's just a bunch of big circle.
Right, but the NASCAR video game, oh my God, I love it, especially the Talladega
Like
track.
the racing shit.
I think it's the Tiburon track. It like goes backwards or something, and it's just
Nice.
I love it, and how you can like draft people and like.
I used to
Love
like all the Need for
racing
Speed
fighting.
games back in the day. I used to play all the Need for Speeds, and you could be like all the badass rides with nitrous in them, and like a Lamborghini, and like all the cars that were out
Right.
there. All the fancy names. I don't even know all the names of all the cars, but you could be some of them local cars. You could just soup them up, and you'd be racing on the streets.
That's what I like. Like I said, racing games and fighting games. You put a Madden in front of me, and I wouldn't know what button to push. I'd be like I like football watching that. But just on the video games, like only basketball games I remember liking, and this is how far I go back, was Double Dribble.
Yeah, Rubble
Way back
Ribble.
in-
They
like
didn't even say it right.
right,
Rubble
Ribble.
Ribble. Rubble Ribble. And the same highlights was the same two dunks.
Right. He's like,
And it was always a white guy with curly hair. He had like curly hair. Looked like Larry
right, he
Bird.
only had 4 teams.
Like Larry Bird couldn't do that dunk.
It was like 4 teams. It was like Boston, L.A., Chicago, and like one other team.
Yeah, it was like 4 teams or something.
Right.
And they had the same two dunk
That-
highlights.
That and I will never forget. What do you call the game? He's on fire. NBA Jam.
NBA Jam.
Oh my God.
That was a lot of fun.
Dude, I played with Phoenix with Kevin. I think Kevin.
Johnson.
Yeah. No, it was Charles Barkley and Kevin. I want to say Starks or something.
Well, I know Kevin Johnson played on the Phoenix Suns. He was a
No.
point guard, a little
Yeah, but it
light-skinned
wasn't-
point
yeah.
guard.
That might be him, but I would play that NBA Jams. Oh my God. Just
That game was hilarious. You jump out the ceiling doing all them dunks on fire.
helicopter.
Yep.
Dude, I love that game.
That was awesome.
Man, those are like I said, video game era.
Early Nintendo games for me was that Tecmo Bowl when you played the early football game because you had the unstoppable Bo Jackson move. You just run the play and you could run to each end zone and they still couldn't tackle you. You finally just scored a touchdown. You could run for like 10 minutes if you wanted because it was like the unstoppable play with Bo
Right,
Jackson.
and Atari too. There are even games, but if you would run to the side like on a diagonal, you could outrun everybody. It'd be like a hop almost. It's like being. It's like this motherfucker's freaking 100-yard sprint in one leap.
Yeah, and there was one play on that game, like I said, you would be the Raiders, and you had Marcus Allen as your running back and Bo Jackson. And once you did this
Unbeatable.
one little pitch to Bo Jackson, he was just like so faster than the whole game. You could run an end zone, turn around, run back to yours, and the guys would all be behind you, and then you could fuck around. Whoever's playing you and let you be the Raiders was pissed because it only happened with the Raiders.
Oh my God. There's so many people are like that in like other games too. I've had people stop playing me in fucking Tekken just because they're like, you keep doing that one move. I'm like, that's called winning. Like if that's the only move that I'm doing and you haven't figured out a way to block that move
Now,
yet.
was it the Tekken with all the new people like that kickboxer and all that motherfuckers in there?
Orang and all them left-handed dude. Like, yeah, I love like there's certain characters I play like Brian Fury, Martial Law.
Yeah.
Not the Son Forest Law, Martial Law, the one that originally looked like
the Bruce Lee looking one, yeah.
Him, Paul Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
And there's a dude named Lee. Not the dude that looks like Jackie Chan with the ponytail, but it's the guy who's got like a velvet suit on, like purple hair.
Okay.
And he's got this kick where he like kicks you behind the neck and like pushes you down and like brings you back up. Dude, I would wear motherfuckers out with that move. I've had people drop the thing like a mad 5-year-old like.
Nice.
Like, for real, bro, you mad? Look, it's your turn again. Then I just get the whooping his character's ass while he's like, well, I was in the store. Like, fuck it, you gonna stay there. I'm just gonna be like, wow. They're like, this some whole ass shit. Like, no, some whole ass shit that you dropped the mic.
You got
like,
bully gamed.
Like, you got mad. Like, let me go get your cape so you can be super mad. He's like, yeah. I'm super mad. Like, man, go sit your ass down. Fuck out of here.
All right. I gotta do it. I've been warning people. I've been telling you about it earlier this week.
What?
Some fashions that are out now today are not for everybody.
Oh, no.
They are not.
I'm a bigger dude. Like, I am not, like, out here looking like no bodybuilder, six-pack and all that shit. I do not wear, like, skin-tight-ass clothes. Like, that's not... Chicks be out here looking like a busted can of biscuits. Like, just because you can put it on doesn't mean you should wear it.
For sure. Like the ones that are pre-torn, they do look like a busted roll of biscuits.
Right.
That roll that you get at the store.
Like, dude. Like, your shirt, that's not cool. And dudes be doing it, too. We're not picking on women.
For real.
Don't
Everybody does it.
Like, they doing us wrong. I be looking at some dudes sometimes in public, like, just look. Can't even do nothing. Just be mad, have your lip twisted like a chick, like you knew goddamn well. You knew better.
You couldn't wear what I was wearing. Like, there's no way we could be wearing what I was wearing.
Right.
And another dude, like, bigger than you couldn't be wearing them, like, body shaped like an egg roll with 2 sticks sticking out the bottom. You can't be wearing those skinny tight jeans, right? You can't be doing it. Look like a skin tight egg roll with 2 sticks sticking out the bottom.
Like, just call it, I don't know what it is.
Looking like a capital R.
Like,
walking around like a capital R.
Or lowercase p with a flat ass.
Yeah, lowercase p with one leg. Your legs are so tight together. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Or like you look like what's left of the toothpaste roll. You know when you roll that shit up, you gotta force the shit out.
The top of the neck.
Yeah, that's what you look like when you can't be wearing them tight jeans.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm like, there's 2 words, fat and skinny don't go together. You can't be fat and put on some skinny jeans and think that shit is like a girdle or something like that.
You look like the foot signal. You know when it's 1 line and 2 dashes is the inches and the one is the fucking 1 apostrophe is the foot?
Hey.
You got that with 2 apostrophes underneath. That's what the fuck you look
like. I'm
like.
not even making no comparison. I'm just saying, that shit is fucked up. Stop.
Yeah.
You grown, cut that shit out. It ain't
you look
cute.
like 2 upside down exclamation points.
Right. I'm like, that shit was cute like in 94, but it's like when you was like, when I was 21 years old, like, dude, you're pushing 50.
Right.
Cut this shit out. Like, you can't be wearing a cut-off Levi jacket with your Marlboros rolled up in your sleeve.
For
bro.
real. If nobody saw your legs
cool.
and you turn sideways, you look like a letter B, lowercase.
Right. Like, you out here dressing like soda popping
Pony boy.
Right, Pony boy, right.
You can't do it no more.
Like, that shit ain't cool. You ain't Ralph Macchio.
Your belly button's showing when you're trying to roll your Marlboros up in your sleeve. It ain't working. It ain't working.
He's like a T-shirt rolled up like a half of a onesie. Like, I just cut the bottom of my onesie off.
Yeah.
Shit
you
rolled
cut
up.
the button part off so you can't tell.
You roll your shirt rolled up like Baby Yui.
It ain't even white anymore. It's like yellow off-white.
I believe the word is called dingy.
Yeah, dingy white. You see that shit in all the laundry commercials.
What color is that? Off-white? Like, no. Mother of pearl.
That's that cream shirt. It's got a cream shirt.
Go get the eggshell white.
Cream and charcoal. It's got a gray. You ever notice when this yellow has got that gray? That's when you need to throw it out or turn it to a rag. When it went past yellow to gray, you're there.
And another thing, if you got on a T-shirt, you see, I'm looking to the camera for a little. You see the neck of your shirt should be like this. It should have, you notice it's sustaining. Yeah. Your shit shouldn't be looking like a wrinkled up chitlin or fucking like
a seashell's
bacon.
mouth.
Right.
You got a seashell's fucking mouth going.
Like you got that bacon neck shirt.
Looking like Charlie Brown's striped shirt on his shirt.
Right. Collar just be like, look like somebody grabbed you the fuck up.
Speaking of shirts, I want to say a shout out to Hustle Well Detroit for sending me this gear, by the way. Shout out to Hustlewell Detroit.
Shout out to Hustlewell. Keep hustling.
Yeah, they got some dope gear, man. I got a couple steams from them, and they sent me out this one, so I appreciate that.
Oh, and on that note, we're gonna have a new fashion item coming out with some hoodies, t-shirts, hats, scullies. There'll be more speaking about this in the next couple of weeks.
For sure. Be on the lookout. We'll be keeping you posted on that. Some new merch.
Yeah. Just be expecting street science.
Yep, street science on the come up. Be looking for it. It's coming.
Be looking for real, like everywhere. Not just at and not at the gas station. No, not at your Mobile or Shell or BP. I might go to the Shell though. No, I'm just bullshitting. Like no. Like give me 5 on 3 and one of them t-shirts. We did 3 for 10. Like no, that
you got extra mediums. We're gonna have extra mediums for y'all skinny motherfuckers. For the tall skinny motherfuckers.
For the chicks too. They call themselves thin, thick, like slim, thick.
Yeah.
Like the extra medium. Like she's not quite medium, but she a little extra medium.
We'll have shirts for avatar bodies, avatar torsos, and the little Danny DeVito torsos. We'll have shirts for all that shit. We'll have them for all of you. Just make sure you send the size in. Be like Danny DeVito avatar, so we know when to give you the longer body part and the good sleeve size.
Hell no.
Got to be accurate with that. We're trying to give it for everybody. Because you ever go to a shirt, like I'm going to say it anyway, Old Navy, you motherfuckers. I buy a shirt from your ass, and I like it. I got wide shoulders for my short ass. I got like a wingspan of like 7. I got a wingspan bigger than Tayshaun Prince.
Right.
My shit's like 7'2". I'll go and lock that door over there real quick. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, let me do that.
Hey, your water looks empty. Let me go refill you real quick. Like, I'll go over there and reach that shit with my long ass arm.
Look, don't even move. Still be in the chair. Like,
yeah.
Hold on. Oh my God, I gotta check temperature on this pot.
Only motherfucker you know under 6 feet that can scratch his knees standing up. You know what I'm saying? For real. Without even doing this.
Without even like doing the shimmy.
I got some long arms.
He's doing the shimmy, yeah.
So I go buy a t-shirt from their ass, and the shirt's like dope.
Just to give an example, like arm length on you, like
look at this.
Look, like, dude, he's like behind my head, and I'm barely touching.
Look, I'm almost at the window behind him.
Right, he's like, right.
I'm touching the couch. There's a couch over there.
He's like leaning one arm on the couch over here. I think he's like.
I grabbed my TV remote just now and set my DVR real quick.
He's like, you're taking a little girl down in the well, like he. Like, could you help me up? Like, no, I'm just tickling you right now.
For real. But anyways, I'll put the shirt on and I'll just say hi to somebody and my fucking belly button shows and shit from them fucking the torso is just not made for me. So I got to buy shirts from different sizes, or if I buy 2 too big, then my sleeves hang down too far and then but at least it covers the waist part.
He's like, I'm just going to have to roll the sleeves up on all my shirts.
Yeah. It's bad when you got to hem your sleeves. Usually hem jeans. I got to fucking hem my sleeves to buy a good shirt.
So they're like, so what are you, a 32 length on the arm? Like, 34 actually. Like, what?
Yeah. I go buy my jacket. I look like a fucking triangle when I go get tuxes and shit. They're like, here he comes. Here's this guy.
Upside down pyramid. Like,
yeah.
Bam.
This my man looks like a fucking spade. The upside down spade.
You got one of them old ass Bobby Brown suits on where they had the
when he had the Gumby haircut.
Right.
When he had the Gumby fade. Hell yeah. I had the fucking shoulders and shit. It's like, my prerogative.
Like, not really. It's not. It's not.
It's not. But it could be.
Man, we were speaking of, I don't know, we'll go back to something. I was speaking about, like, rap now.
Yeah.
We're talking about, and like I said, I'm still so old school. Like, there's a couple of artists, but to me, a lot of what I hear on the radio sounds the same. And I'm not trying to be that old guy, like, oh, they're better. But, like, the male rappers, like, it takes me a minute sometimes to, like, I have to look at the information on the screen of the radio, like, is that, like, oh, I thought that was that same dude that sang, like, that dude, whoever, Jack something or whatever, I like that song, What's Poppin'? My man's like, I ain't doing no verse quit.
Now, I hate that song.
I don't like really the lyrics of it, but that beat to me is catchy.
And then when I see his picture, he looks like the thing I use to clean my toilet.
I've never seen him. I have no idea what he looks like.
He looks like an illegitimate child of SpongeBob. Not SpongeBob. The dude with the big hair from The Simpsons.
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob. Looks like his kid. Like he just went and just like had a spree everywhere with a sport coat.
Wow.
And had all these illegitimate kids.
Right. I've never seen him, but I like that song. And I like
that song gets on my nerves because that one reminds me. Like I think he's starting sentences every time. Like what's popping, and then he starts another one. Like got a new car, just hopped in, and then you're waiting for what's next, and then he starts a new sentence. You're like fuck, what's next after that one?
I do like where he goes.
It was like somebody was sliding him.
It's like certain. like certain lyrics that just catch me. Like when he's like, "I ain't doing a verse, quit asking." I thought that was the shit. I'm like, that's fucked up.
He had like a Vegas dealer with slide cards of words, and it was like, "What's popping?" My man was like, "Whew." That's how they rate the song.
He did the Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Where he's like, when he had Harry Potter on there, he was giving the words to rap about.
That's what was happening.
Yeah.
No, they were just saying those sentences were already there.
Right,
What's popping was on one card.
He's like,
got a new card, just hopped in, was on the other card.
Okay, like, right, he's like that. But I honestly think right now I'm gonna give credit to most of like the female artists out here, because a lot of the female artists right here, like, to me, sound better than a lot of the dudes out here. Like the chick Mulatto, and there's Megan, and the chicks is like.
I like that dude. I like the little baby dude. The baby?
Baby, yeah, I like, he's the one that does that one, he's like.
That new song about the gun or whatever. He's like, brand new Lamborghini.
Who does that song? It's a song, it's kind of about the election and everything like that. And he's talking about, we had a hell of a year, we might as well start here, God is the only man I fear. Or
Joyner Lucas? I like Joyner Lucas.
I want to say The Baby or something like that, but he's talking about, he's like, he was saying like all cops ain't prejudiced, all white folks ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that song. But
out of lyricist rappers, I like Joyner a lot.
See, I don't even know a lot of their names. Like what's that? Like but the chicks though, the chick, she's got the one rap. She's like tap 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 in. Like it's a bunch of like the more the female artists right now are like. I don't know if they're just getting more airplay, but I like them better than a lot of these dudes out here. I'm like. Half these dudes right now, if you put a picture of them in front of me and said, who sings what song, I wouldn't know. I'd be like, I don't even know who they are. Like, I couldn't name one of them. I know that dude, The Baby, because I constantly hear his songs on, you know what I'm saying? Or I see his name on the screen somewhere.
I like some of his songs. I don't like all his songs. But I like, as far as lyricists go, I really like Joyner Lucas. Joyner's like, he's real famous for a video he made a long time ago called I'm Not a Racist. And he also made a video about a kid from Detroit here that got shot by a gang member and survived. He got shot by a shotgun and stuff. And dude, his videos, he directs them himself. He tells these real great stories in hip hop.
So he Tyler Perry and shit right now.
Like for real, he does like old school style as far as like telling a story or painting a picture with his hip hop.
And that's where that right there, that is the defining sentence and statement right now on this whole back and forth right now about hip hop. That right there is the defining line between old school and nowadays. Every rapper, hip-hop artist that we listen to was telling a story. They were talking about, they would start with one specific story and it would end about that same specific thing. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, you know, like the Eminem song say, like, you're rapping about homosexuals and Vicodin and all that type of shit. And that's a real-ass shit. Like, Lil Wayne started a rap talking about, I was fucking this bitch in the back of the Lamborghini, and next thing you know, he's talking about, he fell asleep on an airplane drinking some lean. I'm like, how? Okay, like, where's you going on the plane? Like, you didn't say no destination.
Like a concept. They kept the concept all through that.
Right. I'm like, dude, what is, like, you lost me. Just a minute ago, you was talking about you were shooting people with the 223s, Michael Jordan, and now you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
I recommend you check out Joyner if you're not onto him. You're going to get hooked because he's real creative. Like I said, he did this one new video recently. Well, he's got a new album out, but before this, he did an album because he looks like Will Smith. So he did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the Men in Black, like in his music video, and just told this whole cool story with the rap. And he, like I said, he tells these great videos, but he got real famous for one called I'm Not a Racist. So it was a black man and a white man sitting across from each other, and one guy's wearing the Trump hat. This guy's got dreadlocks, and it's not even the real rapper.
I think I've seen that, and it's like white dude, they ended up fighting, and then at one point there's a guy in a wheelchair, and he's sitting there talking to him.
So they end up hugging at the end. They tell their differences. Like, this is how I feel like the white people look at me, and this is how I feel the black people look at me, and at the end they hug each other.
I've seen that. Are they sitting like in a, it's almost like
a school classroom. It was like a school room.
Yeah. I've seen it. It was some years ago I saw that, though.
And he also tells this real great story of this kid here from Detroit, this young white kid.
There's a lot of young white kids in Detroit. Be specific.
Yeah, well, I mean, he went to a school in Detroit which was predominantly black, and there was gang members everywhere. And he tells the story. You know, what's crazy implicates the real kid's interview. So they show the real kid's interview, and then the video starts, and it's like, I mean, to the T, man, what happens to this kid. And then he tells you the story from the kid's point of view. Went to the school and blah, 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 you know, and I met this guy. And then he tells you from the perspective of the guy who killed the kid. Went to school the same day, blah, 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 and I met this kid who was a perfect victim. And he shows him what the gang members told him he had to do to become a gang member. He had to kill somebody. So he tells you from the gang member's point of view of how he became friends with this white kid. And then he tells you the story of how this white kid met this new kid who looked after him in school. And it was all a setup to him get murdered. And this fucking dude is so amazing. I recommend you got to see that.
I will. I will do that tonight.
I'll for sure send you that. That's some good stuff.
Damn, that's deep.
Yeah. But on that, I want to thank you all for coming by tonight. And I want to thank you for joining us today, man. I hope you come out and hang out with us some more, man, because it's been a blast.
Count on us. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed this. And for you guys that don't know, like, me and I have been friends for almost damn near at least 25 years.
For sure.
I'll say that much. And this is the first time we've seen each other in a few years.
Long time.
Yeah. The same as a friend as his family.
If you guys like this episode, hit me with a like and subscription. I really appreciate it. And you can catch me every Wednesdays and Saturdays. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent.
Time!
Till next time, humans. See ya.
Peace.